Welcome to Around the Reel with your hosts, Aaron Carlson, Charles Lawson, and Samantha Hannah. Ah, shit. Here we go again.
And if anybody thinks that my attitude for the day is a little off and it feels like I'm talking down to you, that's because the microphone has been placed beneath me, so it's a little different. So I'm actually speaking down to all of you.
And he's also highly medicated, so let's just consider that.
Yeah, just a little. Chuck is back and he's on medication. Shit. There you go, drugs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just germs flying everywhere.
Yeah, no COVID though. No COVID.
No, this is like before there was COVID and a pandemic. This is what they called an upper respiratory infection, which is what people got, and they had to beat before they got actual pneumonia.
Okay,
Is that what they called it?
Yeah.
An upper respiratory.
Upper
okay.
respiratory infection.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Thank God.
Duly noted.
Thank God you don't have a lower asshole infection. That's
Well,
that's
that
the
was
worst.
last time. That was
That was last year. That was almost a year ago.
Yes, it was. Is that what they called it too? Is it an asshole infection?
No, it wasn't a lower asshole
just what we
infection.
called
It
it.
was.
I'm sorry. It's fine.
I am right now just reading the names you're having in the screens. It's crazy. What's wrong with the names?
I know.
Well, I have a tendency to be slightly creepy in the conversation topics that I discuss.
Yeah,
and
but
Aaron,
look at Aaron's.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god.
That's what Aaron is. so
Apparently, people think I'm rude.
he is rude.
Hence, asshole. Right?
I gave him that name. I'm really proud of it.
Sam. Oh my God. Well, okay.
And I'm guessing going with today's theme and today's topic of talking about
Oh, my name, yeah.
yeah
Yeah.
your
Satellite
film.
Sam.
We got
Oh.
Satellite Sam.
I
didn't even
change
see-
my name every time.
Yeah, Satellite Sam. Well, how ironic is that, Sam? Because we're about to talk to Andrew Hernández,
Yes, we are.
who is a badass filmmaker, and we also have Ben Thatcher, badass composer, on the show today. So we got two guests today.
Yeah, and they're both really cool.
Yeah, they are. And then you got me still too.
Well, you're not very cool. but,
Okay,
I
great.
mean, and then Chuck's sick, so that leaves just me.
Okay, Sam. Welcome to Around the Reel, everybody.
Welcome to Around the Reel.
Okay, Andrew, you're in Puerto Rico, is that right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Thanks for joining us, buddy.
Thank you.
Thank you for inviting me.
Oh, dude, this is a pleasure. And Ben, you're over in the UK, right?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, just in the UK at the moment.
All right.
Isn't it cool, you guys, that we can do this from where you guys
Yeah.
are and where we are?
It's fucking
Yeah.
amazing.
It's awesome.
It's very cool actually.
It's doesn't even make any sense if you think about it. I mean, I grew up in the 70s and 80s. I would have never imagined that we could talk to people across the world in real time like this. That's nuts.
It is nuts.
If you really think about it, it's fucking crazy that, Andrew, that there's satellites that are picking us up right now, instantaneously, bam, bam, and you can hear me and see me, and I'm in fucking Gig Harbor, Washington. That's weird.
Yeah, actually, you guys are 4 hours behind me, and Ben is 4 hours ahead of me. It's crazy.
That's
It
even
is.
weirder.
Yeah.
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 Jesus. Like Ben had dinner already. He already ate.
Wait, did you, Ben?
Yeah. It's dark outside, guys. It's,
Oh my gosh,
it's like
okay.
25 to 8. It's like half 7, 25 to 8.
You see what I mean? And I haven't even had fucking breakfast yet.
I know.
It's
we
saying
just getting started.
it's winter, so saying it's dark outside is nothing because it's dark
Yeah,
at 4
true.
o'clock.
That's right.
True.
That's right.
But I was thinking about what you were saying about how everything is amazing. The fact that we can instantaneously talk to people. And I was thinking about like back in the 80s when I was a kid, and I was talking to all those strange people on the phone. I never got a chance to find out what they really look like, but I
No, you
sure
didn't.
did enjoy those conversations.
I had a pen pal.
strange as they were.
Sam, you had a pen.
I had a pen
Of
pal.
course, you would have a pen pal. Was
That's-
it from a third world country or a penitentiary?
No, it was from a third. Oh my God, you are so rude.
Shit.
Kill
Oh,
yourself.
there you go. Every time
Yes.
Chuck laughs, we're gonna have a cough in the background. I'm gonna
Sorry.
add a cough sound effect to all this too, by the way. Get a better cough in the audio line. We need something better.
Yeah,
Okay.
Chuck, thanks.
Sorry. No, you had a pen.
no,
You had a pen pal, and his name. You thought his
Her
name was.
name.
It
It was a girl.
this is boring already. Can we move on?
No, I like
Oh
her.
my God, kill yourself already. Jesus.
So no, a pen pal. That's when you actually would write letters to people.
Yeah.
God damn, that's crazy.
Did you use a pen?
Yeah, they did, Chuck.
Did you use a pencil?
I'm done with you already.
I'm
I've
done
already
too.
done
All right.
with you. Like, stop.
Let's get on with the show.
They said they missed
shall
me
we?
for 3 shows. I'm trying to catch up.
Oh,
it's-
suddenly I don't miss you anymore. Like, I got my film.
Thanks for coming by, Chuck. We'll see you later. Now,
All right.
Now, in all seriousness, though, if I do have a coughing fit, please forgive me, gentlemen. I will be walking out of the studio because I will not want to destroy the show for me not being able to stop.
No, because this is an important show.
Yes, it
a
is.
cool show.
Yeah, and we've got a lot of cool things to talk about with Andrew and Ben. So, should we get to it?
You know,
You got that
Yes,
out? You
please.
good? Okay, all right, here we go.
Are you okay? Are you okay?
right? I know.
No,
Yeah, he's fine.
I'm not dying.
He's never okay, Andrew. Ever.
This is true.
Hence creepy Chuck. But anyway.
All right, Andrew. So
Yeah.
you put together a hell of a documentary, and we all got to finally watch it. So
Thank you. That's great.
yeah, man. Why don't you give us some background on the project real quick, and then we'll get into who you are and why you made this thing.
Yeah, perfect. First of all, I am very honored to be here with all of you colleagues, filmmakers. So I want to now see your film and be inspired as well. So I've been following you a few months ago, and your work is also amazing. So I'm very honored to be here.
Thank you.
That's
Very
very nice, dude. Wow.
Yeah. Well, our film was actually like I don't know. It's a very unique and special project. I guess you find out that already because it's a radio telescope here in this small island. This huge telescope that has been there for 57 years. So when it collapsed, for us Puerto Ricans, it was like this huge national instrument. We all had like nostalgia for it. We all went there in school trips. We've all done studies in it. So for us, it was a little bit more special than just radio astronomy, field. The community, as the science community, for us was more like a culture thing. So when it fell, we have like this huge void, and we wanted to tell its story. So actually, I knew the communications director there in the Arecibo Observatory, and he reached to me and say, "Hey, we need to tell this story." The thing is that when he called me, I am only a storyteller. I am an indie filmmaker. I don't have this huge finances and stuff. So I said, "Hey, let's do a 10-minute video about it."
Okay.
I think we can do a pretty good job. But when I started thinking about it, because they said yes, I was like, man, but it's a huge story there, like 10 minutes, that's it. And I started calling some friends. For my surprise, everybody was like, yo, we need to do something more. We need to do something better. So I actually reached out to the observatory and tell them, because they were in a state of emergency, so they couldn't have finance a movie. So I told them, hey, if you find any donations, don't just find us a cool, badass camera, like an Alexa, and we are going to try to do our best. And they say no, but like 3 days passed, and they reached to me again, and they say, hey, you know what? We actually did find some donations. So we got to rent the Alexa camera for 5 days. So there I was like, okay, we need to do a movie. We have to try, at least try to do like a 80-minute film. I don't know. Let's just try it.
Let's do something.
So
Yep.
yeah, let's just do it. Let's just do something. So I knew they have like apartments there.
Okay.
So I told them, hey, if you can get me there like 5 days with like ultra mini crew. This was in the middle of pandemic, and in Puerto Rico was very strict. So it was like a curfew. So I had this tiny crew, like 12 people crew, and they another people donate our place to stay, and they pay for our food, they pay for our gas. So we actually went there, a 5-day production. So that was like the principal photography.
Okay.
And as soon as the project started, Ben was also in a few meetings with me, because we were since the beginning working with him and the film score of the movie. So I actually had like a demo of the film score during the filming of the movie.
Oh, wow.
When we finished recording, because it was very intense, some of the days were 23-hour shift. So we were we weren't even sleeping on those days. We were just keep going and going and going. When we finished, I was like, oh my God, we did it. We got like a 1 hour and 30-minute film. But I knew, I actually went like with much innocence because I didn't want to think about it that much, because I knew if I started to think about it, I wouldn't do it. So when I finished,
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Reality sucks when you start thinking about it.
You guys understand. That's why I love this conversation, because you guys know.
Oh yeah, we know.
So when I finished, I was like, oh my God, yeah, I got it, but I need to do a lot of B-roll, because when I assembled the film, it was actually horrible to watch it. It was very tedious and boring. I was like, damn, I need a lot of B-roll.
This is
I
some
need a lot of beauty shots.
Did you get a bunch of your B-roll from NASA?
Yeah.
Okay,
I
that's
actually, but
perfect.
I knew that from the beginning. I actually didn't knew at first that NASA has this amazing gallery of videos and pictures.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
When they told me, I was like, okay, I'm gonna use everything there.
Yeah.
But for my surprise, it wasn't enough, in the sense that not every topic that they were discussing was in the NASA page.
Yeah.
So I actually had to do like overall, it was like 12-day shooting days. The entire picture. I had to keep shooting in the entire year, keep filling and filler. So I have the entire movie with something.
Yeah.
I get it. And that's the fun and crazy thing about doing a documentary. Now, let me ask you, is this the first documentary you've done?
Feature film, like
Yes.
Full length, yeah.
Yes.
For length film, yes.
Okay.
I done a lot of short films before,
Okay.
short documentaries, but never this long. So yeah, this was the first time.
Okay. I can relate to that. When we were filming our documentary, right?
Yeah.
I had never done it before, not even one time. Everything we've ever made has been a short film of some kind of narrative, way of telling the story. So
Scripted.
yeah, or
Something-
unscripted, but we had an idea,
Right.
Like, okay, we got a ghost story and we want the kids to shit their pants and then I'm going to get killed in it. That would be our way of making a short movie when we were just starting. But, a documentary is a different beast. It's different. Now, we're filming all this stuff. And when Sam's telling me she's got an outline, she's got an idea because she's directing this thing, right? So she's got all this planned out in her head. But as an editor, I have no idea what we're even fucking filming, right? So I go to these interviews, we're shooting all this stuff, and then we have all this footage, and I'm like, I don't know what kind of movie we have. Do we even have a movie? I don't know.
He was
Yeah.
asking all these questions. Like, he was super nervous about it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think we have enough stuff.
Yeah.
4
I don't
hours of
think we have-
interviews. I don't think we have enough.
It was
I didn't think we
hilarious.
did. I couldn't find it.
And I
just
knew
by
we were
being
good.
there.
I knew we were good.
Yeah.
But he was like, I'm not so sure.
Dude, I'm going to tell you what doo-doo is, Andrew. Doo-doo is, I don't know if they have doo-doo down in Puerto Rico, but when you doo-doo your pants, that means you're shitting your pants. I was shitting my pants. I was scared. I was doo-dooing my pants, bro. I had no idea if we had it or
That's
not.
a weird way to say it, but yeah. I get it.
I'm telling you.
Aaron's a weird dude.
Yeah, I'm
so.
weird. Anyway,
It's caca.
but it's funny,
yeah,
man.
yeah, basically.
It's funny. I'm really interested in your process because mine was brand new when I cut this thing. And after about 20 minutes into editing, which the first 20 minutes, I was like, I don't even know if this is supposed to be this way. I have no idea. And then all of a sudden it hit me. It hit me, man. And I saw the movie. And from then on, I was cutting my ass off. And now I look back at this doc and it's about, an hour and 17 minutes. And I'm like, this is fucking cool. There's a story here. I didn't even know it. And then I started thinking, I didn't know the story because I wasn't listening to the motherfuckers when I was interviewing them.
Yeah.
I was too busy with the camera and the sound and everything else and worrying about trying to make it look and sound as best I could that I didn't even hear what they were saying. And then I'm like, wow, it's there.
Yeah.
But Sam heard
I get it.
Yeah, you get
Perfectly.
that? Okay.
Yeah, actually, I had because the radar collapsed and I was on vacation. So I had a really small time window to shoot the film. So I had 2 weeks to write all the questions. So I did a 150 question list. So I did the script, when I was shooting, I knew what was my main topic and where I wanted the story to go. But I was so focused in the production and in the quality of the video and making it work. That I actually, worst of all, it was an international English, so I couldn't understand everybody. And especially astronomy, I was like, I didn't
like what the
know
fuck are they saying?
Yeah, like for example, spectroscopy. I don't know what spectroscopy is, but yeah, what is spectroscopy? Tell me all about it.
Right.
So then, when I was in the editing process, as I assembled the B-rolls, I actually started to understand what they were saying.
Yeah, me
It
too.
was so amazing. I actually loved that part because I finally get to understand what they are saying.
That's the weird part. And Sam, you relate to that, by the way, what he was talking about with the stuff?
I totally relate to that. I can't imagine dealing with the language barrier on top of it.
Right.
Because, I mean, it's enough in and of itself. But yeah, no, I totally relate to that. There's definitely, yeah, I totally feel it. I totally feel exactly what you said. I completely do.
Because you had that kind of idea. You knew what story you wanted to tell.
I did.
You did the same way.
I kind of went about it a different way, and I love how you did yours. I love how you did the interviews in kind of like a question, like a conversation. Like you had two people having a conversation, and that's how you did kind of your interviews. And I love that. That's so unique and awesome.
Yeah, it was.
So, but ours, like, I tried to not really, I wrote out questions, but I didn't want to ask them because I really wanted the people to lead, to guide, because I didn't know anything about really octopus and diving.
We don't know shit.
I've never been diving.
No,
I don't. Well, I mean, yeah. Anyways, I don't know anything about that kind of stuff, regardless. And so I kind of wanted them to lead.
And they were the stars of this.
And they were.
And that's what your people did. I mean, they really shined. I mean, we were sitting there watching it last night, Sam. And I don't know. I know Chuck watched it. He watched it without us. You watched it.
I watched it last night, and I had to finish it this morning.
Okay.
I had to help with grandchildren.
Yeah,
and
and in some weird way, they are telling this story. I'm just like, trying to make it work, but they are the ones who's telling the story.
Exactly.
Yeah. And what did we say, Sam, when we got to the two ladies in the observatory, and they were spitting some logic, like some hardcore stuff.
Do you really want me to say it?
Yeah, Sam's looking at me, and she goes,
please,
and Sam says to me, "What'd you say?"
I don't know. I said something about these are badass bitches.
She was like, "They are badass bitches." I'm like, "Yeah, these are some smart motherfuckers." I'm like, "Oh my god,
smart bitches."
Yeah, some smart.
They actually,
I'm geniuses.
Yeah, they work for NASA. I mean,
wow,
super smart.
They do work for NASA.
Super smart.
It was an absolute pleasure listening to a lot of that stuff.
It was so cool.
And I felt smarter when it was done.
Yeah.
I did too. Yeah,
I bet.
Same. Yeah.
I bet. It was interesting though that what you said, like when you were editing the film, you kind of got it, right?
Yeah.
When I was cutting B-roll for our giant Pacific octopus, the same thing happened. All of a sudden, I'm looking up all this stuff and trying to find, these what they're saying and what they're talking about. And next thing I know, I'm learning as I'm cutting. And now I feel like I could talk about the giant Pacific octopus like no problem. No problem.
I'd still listen to Kelly.
I was like, hell, I'm an astronomer now.
Yeah, right? You are. Yeah.
So,
and Ben, your music, it hit right with everything. It was really good.
Yeah, bro. I was gonna ask you, Ben. So when you first got involved in the project and you were able to see the film in its locked form, what was your reaction to it when you first saw it?
Yeah, how did you feel?
I was really excited when I first managed to sit down and watch everything. When I first came on board, there was a certain percentage of the film that I was going to work on that had its own sort of feel to it. But then as things progressed and sort of ended up scoring the whole film, start to finish, I was really excited. It's crazy. The cinematic shots and like all of the space and all the animation and things like that. I was just like, dude, I can do so much with this.
Yeah.
Because it's heavily narrative driven. There's a lot of heavy science being discussed. But then when there's the cut scenes, the cutaways and stuff, that's where you can flex out a little bit. You can just enjoy it a bit more. So, I mean, it was kind of like the door was open and I just thought, hell, this is going to be amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, in that first the first part of the movie when we're talking about all that stuff in the observatory and they're doing the first animation stuff. I could not help but notice, and Aaron, please, if you concur with me, please get my back on this one.
Oh, I got your back.
I noticed quite a hint of Blade Runner undertones in your score throughout that process of all the cinematic sounds, with the sci-fi.
It could be sci-fi. It's a sci-fi doc,
but
it worked though.
without being
it was awesome.
It was beautiful. That's what I'm saying though. It's like that's what actually helps pull you in as being a big sci-fi nerd.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not a sci-fi nerd, but I mean, I felt it.
Yeah.
I was like, it was perfect.
Yeah, the music just pulls you right into everything, Ben. So you nailed it, man. You really did. It really has a
yes.
Yeah, you nod. I'd be nodding too. I'd be like, I did that shit.
Yeah.
Just don't stand up. You might knock over the microphone.
Yeah, but it really it pulls you in right with what they're talking about. Everything blends well, and that's that beauty between a filmmaker and a composer that I just am fascinated with all the time. I think it's magic. It's so good. And Andrew, so when you have your film cut and then you go to Ben and you guys are making this music, what's the conversation like between you guys?
Yeah, well, I remember my first chat with him. We did like a video call, and I was like in this tropical. I was in one of my family's member.
So you're like in Jurassic Park.
I was like, hey,
palm trees and everything.
Welcome to Puerto Rico, man.
Yeah, you're kicking it.
Yeah, because they told me he was from England, so I was like, hey, here's where you're gonna work in, mate.
Badass.
That's awesome.
So welcome to Puerto Rico, I guess. And I was like, I explained the movie to him, and he was very stoked about it. So I should say, hey, I believe I am a very flexible director. So I just told him, hey, I just wanted to be, this is the main theme, is legacy. I just want the legacy and to be very inspiring and uplifting. If you follow all these three cues, you're going to be fine because I'm going to be happy. And he actually nailed it. You guys said, actually, he just keep sending me the cues. And I was like, yo, this is incredible. So how can you keep it all the way? This is a huge movie.
Yeah.
This is so I actually asked him to make more music. Can you do like the complete movie? Because Ben, how much music is in the movie? Like,
what's the runs? It's about 136-minute runtime, is it?
Yeah.
So
hour and 36.
Yeah, I think it's about 110 minutes of music. There's only 2 scenes that doesn't have music.
Okay.
So it's actually, I know it's a lot of music. And
no, it's not. It's perfect.
No.
It's perfect.
But it is.
I mean, it is. It is a lot of music, but I feel the same way with the documentaries, especially because that score, Ben, will keep the audience engaged to what everybody is saying. There doesn't feel like there's a dead spot in The Biggest Dream. There doesn't.
No.
And I know it's a mixture of what Andrew was able to put together and what you were able to compose musically.
Yeah.
I mean, that keeps the audience interested in what everything that's going on. That's how I feel. When I was cutting the GPO here, if there wasn't music in it, it didn't feel right. It just doesn't feel
It really doesn't.
right.
But the crazy thing about that is that from like my point of view, and I'm not anywhere near being a composer or understanding any of that. But
none of us
for
are
me, like being an outsider, when I feel like if I don't hear the music, but I do, but I don't notice it, then that's perfect.
Yeah.
Because it carries the movie.
Yeah.
I don't, necessarily notice it, but it works with everything, and that's how it flows.
It's weird, right?
And it makes the movie work.
Yeah,
honestly.
There's a subliminal thing going on. I mean, you literally have to, because I'm watching your movie last night, and in the beginning, it starts, and I'm hearing Ben's music. I'm like, oh, Ben's no joke. That music's badass. Listen to that. Look at that. Oh, look at that shot with the music. That's cool. And then people started talking, and I didn't hear Ben's music anymore.
Right.
Until I was like, God damn, Ben's music is there. It's been there the whole time.
But
it's been in my subliminal part of my brain. Like it's still there. Like Ben's like fingering me without me knowing. And I'm feeling it. And I'm like, oh Ben, I didn't know. Oh Ben, I didn't know. That's what you were doing, dude. That's good.
That's the wonders of sound mixing.
And hey, I wanted to say also that Ben is the fastest composer alive ever. He's crazy fast, and he sent me this huge, amazing scores in a very short time, breaking time. I was like, bro, you're a genius. How can you do this possible?
Yeah,
because we were running out of time, and I was like, okay, can you make this like in this cue like in 2 days? I don't know. He did it like crazy fast.
Yeah, Ben, you were a genius, my man.
Yeah.
I mean, literally.
I didn't get a great deal of sleep. I'm not gonna lie.
No, I
Probably not. Yeah.
I don't know if we can say it alive, Ben, but you were through a bad time. You were, I don't know if you can say it, but he was actually struggling in personal issues, and no matter he did the cue.
And you probably were at the same time too, right? Working through some stuff when you were in the heat of making your doc. There's always struggles.
Yeah, all the way since the beginning until the end. It never stops.
Right?
It never stops.
Feel that. I so feel that.
No.
Actually, Ben was like a savior. He was like, he helped me take very good decisions. So that's why I love giving people the entire creative freedom. I know if they have talent, I don't have to step in.
I agree.
I think they actually can help me because I have all these departments running at the same time. So it's very stressful.
Yeah, it is.
It's a lot. There's a lot stressful about making a movie. And when you have anything from the outside coming in, any ordeals, issues, whatever, you got kids, you got whatever else is going on in your life. And it contributes to, making it a struggle. And it is a struggle, but getting through it is like the best feeling in the world. It's like, I did it.
If you want to invite turmoil into your life, look at everybody and say, yes, I could take on a project right now, and then everything will happen in your life at the same time.
Right. As soon as you start a project, here comes everything.
Because life don't fuck around.
It doesn't.
Life don't play.
No, yeah.
Life don't care. It don't care what you're doing.
Right.
Life's like, you start something like we were doing and like what Andrew was doing or Ben was doing. Life's like, get out of the way, motherfucker.
Yeah, this
I'm here.
project was
life don't fuck around.
Because this project, I didn't have much time to think about it because either I did it or somebody else was gonna do it or it never will happen. So, because I didn't have so much time to think about things, I was always trying to catch up, and I'm very quick also. But I was like, damn, I need to catch up. In this project, I never felt I was in complete control. I was actually trying to catch up every time.
Well,
I get that.
Now, I know I think you answered this earlier, but I'm going to ask again because I need to verify. Is this your first full length?
Yes.
Like feature?
It's my first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
heavy.
you smoked it here, and you picked a topic that's an incredibly huge monumentum project. It's big.
Monumental, you meant?
Monumental, thank you.
Yeah.
What did
I don't know
say?
what you said. We don't know what you said.
Monumental.
I was thinking of
a very big moving.
I was thinking of memento for some
Andrew,
reason.
that's not an English word.
I'm trying to.
No.
But that's how
I get monumental. That's okay.
That's
the word.
an
Yeah. English word.
Monumental.
Yes.
That's what I meant.
Whatever he said, no.
Monumentum. Dude, monumentum is a word.
No, it is not a word. Stop.
Dude, I love monumentum. It's a real word, Andrew. Trust me.
Andrew, don't
Trust me.
say it.
Yeah.
No, it'll make
They'll be like, what's your penis size? It's monumentum. You know what I mean? It's a huge word. It's a big word. Why is it so quiet on my end here? These guys are laughing and you guys aren't even... Okay, it's fine.
Aaron is never a role model. Just don't listen to him.
Yeah, I'm not a role model.
I'm just going with the flow. Don't worry.
I did tell him that if anything sounded a little off and somebody else laughed, just laugh. And he
Just
laughed.
laugh. And he just laughed. Thanks.
Yeah, good job.
I'm
appreciate
just
it.
laughing.
Yep.
You're doing it.
And
Good
scene.
job.
And scene. So this is
Love it.
Arecibo Observatory.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So what was fascinating to me was after watching your doc, I had to look it up more. I wanted to know more about it.
Because we were left with
Yeah.
a few questions.
Yeah, like
Just
one of the-
about about the coming down.
Yeah, like how it came down, what happened, what's going on, and I can see the whole thing about, the importance of it in Puerto Rico. And it actually, I don't know if you knew this, but that documentary actually in pieces fucking scared the shit out of me. It's scary to me.
It is scary, yeah.
Yeah, it made me
scary.
feel like I'm one of those thinkers, Andrew, Ben, that I look around and if I look at the sky too long, I'm like, dude, it never stops. It will never stop. It never stops. So when people are out there saying, no, aliens aren't real, that's bullshit, I'm like, are you kidding me? This goes on forever. There is no wall out there where things stop. This for us to think as people that we are the only ones forever that could ever have an inhabitable planet is ridiculous to me. I mean, how lucky could we be? Really? I mean, that it's not going to happen. So there's got to be life somewhere. Right?
I'm not going to lie. Andrew's documentary actually, for
Got
the
you,
very
didn't it?
first time,
Got you to think about it.
I think that's possible.
Yeah, because she never
For
understood
the
what I was
very
saying.
first time.
Yeah, and it
I've
makes
never.
you think.
I'm always like, shut up, Aaron.
Yeah, dude. When Andrew,
happens a lot.
Yeah, when your professor guy's in your doc talking about stuff, you're like, holy shit, right?
Oh, like that's.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can
Wow.
really think about it and see that the possibility is out there, you know? But what really scared me was without these radar systems, I couldn't help but think, well, we better get Bruce Willis back
pretty
in
much-
this fucking
Yeah.
motherfucker to
We're
save our
out.
asses
We're
because
just
this is
out.
some bullshit. Because if an asteroid's coming, somebody better stop that bitch.
Yeah.
Right? That's crazy, dude. Did you get nervous when you heard some of this stuff?
Of course, we all know here in Puerto Rico that the telescope is important, but many people didn't know why it was important in the sense of the asteroid field. That's actually crazy important for the world, not just Puerto Rico. That's international stuff. I mean, if we can be the next dinosaurs,
Yeah.
that's how it is.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, Aaron, we know your skeleton would be no joke.
Yeah, it would be nice.
My dumbass didn't even know that was there in Puerto Rico.
Yeah,
I didn't
yeah,
even know.
Right.
No, but that's okay. That's the beauty of it because we all
Yeah.
get to know better
Yeah.
the telescope. That's what the movie's about. It's it's an homage to the Arecibo. Actually, the movie, I don't think it answers a lot of questions because there aren't any answers.
Right.
You know, is there other life in space, in intelligent life or microscopic life?
Mm-hmm.
Can an asteroid hit us right now? We don't know because we aren't looking anymore.
Right.
Yeah,
That's scary.
it is scary.
Fuck
Yeah.
that.
But
Fuck
it's so
that.
interesting. Your
It's like
documentary
walking
was
into
so good.
traffic with your eyes closed.
Yeah, why would
Literally.
we need some funding to go to Puerto Rico so we can build this fucking thing back? We need
Yeah.
that thing
But
back.
that's the point
not
of your
fucking around.
doc. It's to make that happen, right? Is that the point
Well,
of it? To teach
I
people
ac-
that we need that?
Bring awareness to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good question because that is the main question everybody is asking. So I don't think I'm the person to answer that question, but
Okay,
I
fair
am
enough.
going to give you some very important points for everybody to make that conclusion because it was a very important instrument. How important? There you go. So what should we do? Should we rebuild it? Well, everybody should have this conversation.
Hey Ben, this is what I'm thinking. If they build that thing back, and there's places on the planet that didn't give them money to help because they didn't find it important, I think that Puerto Rico should make the call and watch out for Gig Harbor, Tacoma area up here where I live.
Stop it.
The
Stop.
UK where you live and Puerto Rico
Stop
and fuck
it.
everybody else, right? Let the asteroids hit everybody else in. Yeah, you should have believed in this, motherfuckers. We told you.
You
We
We're
told
not-
you. Did you see the
no,
biggest
do,
stream?
You do realize
When,
that an asteroid the size of a Volkswagen would be a global ending event.
Right, it wouldn't just.
Okay.
This
we
is why I
couldn't
call
pick
you
and choose who
Buzzkill.
it
This is
is.
exactly why you're
Yeah.
Buzzkill.
Stay
Well,
off
I
my
like
ear.
Chuck.
In summer this year, I don't remember which month, the U.S. Congress actually they went to the Arecibo Observatory and they had so many huge meetings, and they actually wanted to rebuild it, but it's a very political issue. So actually, if you guys notice in my documentary, I didn't touch the political topics.
Yeah.
Because actually I had to be a very nice guy to make the film. Because
I got you.
if I
You're a very
actually
nice
give
guy.
my political, if I had my political thoughts in the documentary wouldn't receive the green light to
Right.
go out
Yeah.
because it's a very touchy subject. The Arecibo Observatory is it's administrated by many different entities,
Okay.
and they all have opinions on what should happen with that facility.
Yeah.
So
I
the
can't
final
really
saying, the final saying, it actually was like a very military facility kind of break, because the shooting was very difficult, because if I wanted to go from location A to location B, we were actually have to call everybody to tell them, hey, the company move, okay, the company is moving. So it was very stressful, you know.
I gotta go to the bathroom, so I'm just going to the bathroom, bro. I'm just going to the bathroom.
Literally, you cannot go to the bathroom alone. Literally.
Yeah, honestly, I mean,
dude, I'd love that. I'd be like, yeah, come in here, get right next to me in the stall. Yeah, enjoy yourself, have fun.
I did notice that when you were talking with the scientist at the observatory in the first part of the film, I noticed that you were in the one room, but you didn't actually get a chance to pan around very much inside that room, and you used a lot of B-roll footage during that. So is that one of those reasons as to why it's like, yes, you can shoot right here. This is it.
A certain, did you have to follow that a lot of times with your camera?
No, it was actually, that's a good question. Actually, that's the first time somebody is asking me that. So thank you. That's a nice one. Actually, it was more of the budgeting and scheduling decision. I had to do it the most quickest way possible. So the cameras were very fixed, and the characters the scientists were very in fixed positions. So the DP, the director of photography, he didn't let me even move. He was like, stay there.
That was Dickie Cruz,
like,
right?
But let me at least try to make them walk at least.
That's why they call it blocking. They don't fuck around.
Yeah.
They cock block you for days. Yep.
And you had Dickie Cruz as your DP, right?
Yeah.
And Dickie Cruz like, no, right here.
It's right here.
You move, I lose focus, we start over. Nope, stay right here.
He's like, fuck you,
I was
Hernandez.
actually mad. I was like, just let me let them walk a little bit, so they feel like, I don't know, a little more freedom. But no, it was very straightforward.
I get it. Yeah, dude, it's a great film, and and he's right. Ben said that it was I think it was you, Ben, that said it was a heavy filled, or you might have said it, Andrew, but you know, it's a heavy film. I mean, there's a lot of information in this thing that could really throw a lot of people off. If you're not paying attention and really engaged in this film, you'll be lost within 5 minutes. You'll have no idea what the fuck's going on.
Yeah.
But if you do pay attention, you're going to get something out of it that will scare you to your bones. It scared the shit out of me. It really did. I didn't feel right after watching. I'm like, dude, we're fucked.
I had the opposite.
We're fucked.
I had the opposite reaction.
What'd you think?
I did not have like an uncertain feeling like that at the end of it. I was so actually hopeful. Like, damn, we're so lucky that we can have stuff like that.
Yeah, but it fell.
And like, come on, we need to have stuff like that.
The shit crashed though. We need it back. We gotta hurry. They can't track the fucking asteroids right now.
Aaron, I'm with you on that one, mate. So when I was scoring the conference call scene, it's like it's like 10, 15 minutes long.
Yeah, it's 15 minutes.
So I'm kind of like in my flow, and they're talking, and it's kind of got the dialogue playing, and it's in the background and stuff. And then they start talking about not being able to detect potentially life-ending events heading towards us.
Right. Yeah.
And I'm playing piano, and I'm thinking, what was that?
Dude,
I was like, what? That's not fun.
No, it's terrifying.
It's scary.
His first part of his score was very uplifting until he heard that part, and he was like, I need to adjust this.
Oh no, the very first part is better. That's like the saddest part of the film.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me give a little more context in how huge it is.
Please
do. It was the first planetary defense in the world. The only radar that can detect asteroids is I think is like 12 times less powerful than the Arecibo radar, and I believe it's in California.
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah,
I know that now because of your show, but
So it was actually literally this month in December, they actually sent the DART mission.
It hits in 2022 or some shit.
Yeah. So it was because thanks of the Arecibo radar.
Dude, see what I mean?
Okay, since we're going to talk about that part of it, hang on. Since we're on that
because I'm telling you, if it doesn't work, we need to get Bruce Willis back.
Is that animation correct? Because that little satellite we're shooting at, that moon of this binary asteroid is tiny, and I'm thinking, and I was actually thinking about that on the way here today. I was thinking like, okay, if Aaron were to walk towards me and I were to pick up this pebble and throw it at him, even as hard as I could, would he even stop walking? Because I mean, that's how small that satellite is.
I would.
Compared to that 150
I would.
meter.
I'd stop. I'd be like, what the fuck?
Here's
Well,
what I
it
think
depends on how
I
fast
learned.
it's going.
Right.
Here's what I think I learned about it. It's because of the orbital, because the moon is orbiting.
Yes.
If they are betting that if they only give it like a small crash, it will direct the orbital system.
Just
by a
will
change
go
it.
Just
in that
enough.
direction.
Change the direction.
But
That's
the,
what
but
I
the
got out
thought
of it.
process being it would change both of them. By screwing up the orbit of the small moon, it would also change
Exactly.
the orbit of the larger
Absolutely.
asteroid.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
But
what they're talking
still,
about.
but I mean,
Yeah,
as
because
the,
remember they are attracted to each other because of
Gravitational pull, all that
Right.
shit.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
So, watching your documentary last night when I was done.
That's crazy. I think
Dude,
it
it's
sounds
cool.
like rocket
I know.
science here.
Right?
I know, dude,
I know.
we're no joke. We know what we're talking
We're all
about.
rocket
Welcome to
science right
Around the
now watching
Science.
your
Yeah,
film.
around the science. Yeah, with your host. No, seriously.
Let me call some NASA.
Dude, we don't fuck
scientists
around.
We don't
so
need
they can help us
NASA.
out.
We're
Yeah.
good.
meanwhile, we have a scientist listening to our show, being like, "These fuckers, guys." Oh my God.
Dude, no, it's
They get it. They get it.
They
They
get
get
it.
it.
Brooke Anderson, if you're listening, please call in. We'd love to talk to you. She's my NASA scientist.
It's fucking incredible though. But
is.
your movie gave me an idea for another movie. Like I've never thought
Yeah.
about how important like the moon was. Like
Yeah,
if the
the
moon
moon,
isn't
exactly.
here.
Whoa.
So what happens if the moon gets taken out? We're fucked.
Pretty
Yeah.
much, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
fuck this.
somebody's looking at shooting a satellite at our moon,
Dude,
thinking that
Elon-
the Earth is going to collide with them.
Yeah, I'm gonna be on Elon's ship. Fuck that. We gotta make some money with our movie so I can get
no,
on that
Elon's
ship
not
to go to
invited.
another
We
planet.
already
I'm not fucking around.
discussed this.
Yeah,
He's
I'm
not-
getting at
he's
it.
not coming.
Dude, if the planet's gonna go to shit because an asteroid's coming,
Yeah, I'm
and
running to him.
We have to make movies to make money so we can get
Yeah,
on
but,
board. I want to be up there.
Chuck-
I want the martini. Yeah, Ben, the martini with the fucking olive in it. I want that. And I'm gonna be on the ship and I'm gonna be looking at everybody else like, sorry guys, you should have made movies.
The
Listen
thing
to me.
is, in the movie, they were like laughing about it. Yeah, let's not be the dinosaurs. I'm like, let's not be the dinosaurs. Like,
Yeah, let's
Like,
not.
let's literally not be.
I don't want to be no fucking dinosaur. They got
No, I'm
hammered.
good. I'm good.
I'll make be some
when
funky
I was
oil.
there, they had like dinosaur toys. So they actually had this huge inside joke. They had dinosaurs toys everywhere.
And you're coming there with your camera and like, dude, that shit's not funny.
Yeah.
That's not funny.
That's not funny. Like, we're a lot smaller than the dinosaurs, so that is not funny.
Oh, my
Meanwhile,
God.
No.
sometimes,
Isn't it?
every once in a while, somebody walks by with a rock. Dunk! Oh, look at the dinosaurs! Oh,
Right?
Stop.
Oh man, it's a fascinating
crazy.
story you
It's
got
crazy.
there,
It's
Andrew.
very
It really
fascinating.
is. It really is. You did a great job.
You did a
I'm-
great job.
I mean,
Thank you,
I
thank you.
got some emotion out of it. It was
Yeah.
it was creepy and it was insightful and I enjoyed
I wanted
it.
to ask, what is your guys' favorite scene or something?
Oh,
Go ahead.
I
Sam, go first.
definitely have an answer to that.
You go first.
The scientist that talks, I love him. Like, all of his stuff, all of that, I love. That's my favorite.
Mhm.
I love him. Love him. He spits it.
Yeah, he does.
He
I
actually.
can't- Let me say something about that.
Yeah, please
all
do.
of his takes,
Uh huh.
literally, because he's he's in his age.
Uh huh.
There were only one shot.
No
and
shit.
that is
He's a G.
impressive
Yeah.
as crap. And
He's a
that's
badass.
why I
Didn't
love
give
him.
us. When we started shooting him, I told everybody, "Hey, this is it. We got only one shot." Nobody believed me, and everybody start recording the whole crew. When I said cut, everybody run to me. Hey, let's one more. And when we look forward, he was already gone.
He was gone. He's like, I did
He
that
was
shit.
like, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm good.
And I say, hey, brace for yourself. This is gonna be the whole day is gonna be like this. Only one shot.
Okay.
So yeah, my favorite part is definitely his, but also there's a really pretty scientist that I liked her part just because she's very pretty.
Oh, no.
Pretty's always good to look at. So yeah, there's that.
All right.
But no, I love the first part. That's my
All right.
favorite. The first guy. Well, I have favorite characters, I guess, not as much favorite parts. but
They're
favorite
just
characters.
people.
They're people.
They're people.
They're not
But
characters,
I
they're
mean,
people.
But they're characters because
Well, because
in
they're
a movie.
scientists and cool people, and you're like, holy shit, that's a
It
scientist
is,
character.
Chuck,
yeah,
we're all
I
characters.
That's
I
true.
did.
I need a rewrite.
Look at it like character's perspective because I am more a fictional filmmaker.
Mm-hmm.
So I did put like the wise old man at the first. I did
loved
put.
it.
I did treat them like characters. Yeah.
I agree.
they
I
are
get you.
characters.
He put the
We're
eye
all
candy in the
characters.
middle.
I don't think Chuck understands what we were
exactly.
saying. Sam. I agree with
We're all
what you're
characters.
saying. There's a character element to every one of the people in our documentary
Yes.
too. I
Yes.
see it.
Yeah.
Come on, Chuck.
Yeah, no,
You've
I
been
get-
sick, man.
Catch up.
Yeah, you gotta catch
I
up.
prefer
You're
mustard.
medicated.
All right, Chuck. So what do you got?
Oh, mine?
Yeah.
Okay, here's the funny thing, because at the very beginning we were talking about everything in the aspect of, like, they're using all these scientific terms, you don't understand it. Now, in all the years of me being around all of the Spanish-speaking communities, I have not picked up any Spanish at all, but I didn't get a chance to be able to watch the screen the whole time when Professor Mendez was talking.
Yeah.
Mendez.
Okay.
Yeah.
Menenza. Ooh, I
No,
totally forget his
you
name.
got it
I
right
think
the
it-
first
I think
time.
you're right
Okay.
the first
Yeah,
time.
you got it right
Okay.
the first time.
And,
yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not watching the screen, so I'm not reading as he's going, but I'm understanding more of what he's saying. But I'm also paying more attention to it because of his enthusiastic. As he
Yes.
is, because he's a professor.
Exactly, yeah.
He's
Yeah.
a teacher. He has to entertain the people while he's getting them to understand what he's saying, and that
Yeah.
drew me in. I mean,
Well,
that
the best parts
I
of him
probably
were when
paid-
he was with students.
Yeah, I probably paid more
Yeah,
attention
yeah.
to that when he was speaking Spanish, not
Yeah.
looking at the screen and watching your masterfully work. I apologize, but still, the enthusiasm he had, I could still understand everything that he was saying behind it. So that was awesome.
Yeah, that's
I love
great.
that.
Yeah,
and I
that-
love how
that scene-
authentic with the students he was.
Yes.
Yeah, that scene for us, it was very important because I believe you saw like the 3 chapters, the 3 act structure. So
Yes,
the first
we
one,
did
it was
notice
more like
I
the
did.
golden age.
Yep.
The
Uh-huh.
golden age, the starting of the movie. The middle was more the international collaboration.
Mm-hmm.
And the third act for us is very special because it's the Puerto Rican contribution. So
Yeah.
it was his participation was very important for the film.
Everybody's was. Your
Yeah.
narrator, even your narrator,
Yeah.
phenomenal.
Yeah, yeah.
Great. She was great.
Thank you.
She really was great.
Yeah. The 3-part structure was awesome, and that
It
was
was.
something I noticed right away. When we got to part 3, I'm like, Sam, did you notice the 3-part structure?
He did. He
Yeah, I did
said
say
that. And I was
Yeah.
like, yep, I
and
sure
it,
did.
and it's a
Because-
beautiful transition.
I know.
I enjoyed that. I mean, every time the narrator started talking, I started listening harder. Like, okay,
Yeah.
some shit's going down because I wanted to feel like I knew what was going on.
Because
But
it's
I'm
important.
trying-
You know if there's a
Yeah.
narration, it's important information. You gotta listen.
I absolutely enjoyed when the doc actually hit me is when we did meet the 2 ladies. And they start
Oh, those
chatting
badass
about
bitches.
the defense. Yeah, the defense stuff. Yeah, those badass bitches got me, dude. Once they hit, I was like, oh my God, this is fuck. The whole thing changed for me at that point.
Yeah.
It really did.
Wow.
Yeah,
It really
honestly,
did.
though.
Because then I started to think about, this is their job. This is what these people do. I mean, they literally
Yeah.
are studying and watching asteroids to protect this fucking planet. That's crazy to me. Nobody here thinks about that. I went to fucking Chevron to get Sam's a pack of cigarettes today, not thinking about an asteroid that might kill us one day. You know what I mean? We don't know any of that stuff. And this lady, these women are in there busting their ass with people around the world to try to make sure that we can wake up every morning.
Right.
That's
and
crazy
it helps
to
that they're
me,
so
dude.
pretty.
Yeah, they're pretty hot too.
Yeah.
Yeah, Puerto Rican women, Sam, are hot. They don't fuck around.
No, they actually are in Puerto Rico.
They're not Puerto-
Oh, they're not
Oh,
Puerto
they're
Rican.
not.
Oh, I'm biased.
No, but hey,
I like
Puerto Rican women are beautiful.
Yeah, they don't fuck
don't
around.
get me wrong.
I know, I'm not.
But let me explain. Yeah, the Flaviani, the main like character in that chapter, she's Brazilian.
Oh shit!
the-
Brazilian women
Yeah,
are no joke too.
the other one is from
Finland. I
Finland.
think.
Finland too.
Finland. Yeah, the other one is Colombia, and in the middle, it's U.S., Canada. I don't think I'm missing somebody. Yeah, Canada.
Okay.
Belgium.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. Well, yeah, I liked them. They got me, dude.
Intelligence is beautiful.
Maybe
Let's
that's
just
the
say
sexy
that.
part, yeah.
Intelligence is beautiful.
Yeah, they
and
were
they're
sexy as
very
shit. They didn't fuck
intelligent,
around.
So they're beautiful.
Yeah, but it was scary
Yeah,
though.
I actually, when I was like auditioning, I told them, okay, get me the oldest scientist you got from the US. I
Mhm.
told them, get me the young women, very intelligent young
You're
women.
so smart.
And they nailed it, I guess.
Yes, they did.
And I told them, get me a professor or either a good professor.
No,
It's
your
beautiful.
your characters and I say characters, but they're real people. I understand that, real scientists, but they're
Yeah.
brilliant mixture of people
Yeah,
and different personalities and different ideas and different areas of study. I loved it.
Yeah.
It was brilliant. Your movie was brilliant.
yeah. To relate with you, Andrew, on my end, editing a documentary, I
Mm-hmm.
can honestly say that the interviewees that I'm going to speak for Sam here, that Sam lined up for the Giant Pacific Octopus, what I realized is that she was very, very fucking lucky to find people that could be storytellers.
That I got lucky.
You understand what I mean by that, right?
Yeah. I feel super fortunate.
Yes.
Literally. Just to go in that direction. Sam, you are the director, right?
Yes, I am.
Okay. So here's. I had very little time to have like a quick meeting with each and one of the characters, but I knew they had to be intelligent. I mean, they worked there, so I knew that. But the other thing was, how are they going to speak in camera? So I just went with the approach: just don't act, be yourself, be yourself, be yourself, be yourself. I was on that all the time. But the most scary part was when I was with the Star Academy students, the teenagers.
Those kids,
oh my gosh, yeah.
Because I didn't knew how they were going to be in the movie. I didn't know legit. So I told them, hey, prepare yourself. Here are the questions. And when I got to the scene recording, I was like, okay, tell me how's your answer. And when I heard the answers, I was like, oh my God, these kids are going to be rocket scientists. Let's do it. We got it. And we should start shooting. And it was great.
Isn't that crazy?
Now,
yeah.
Is that all the parts you put into the end during the credits?
No,
No,
that's extra.
And that one scene with the professor.
The one scene with the professor.
Yeah, their answers were dope. That kid in the back, the dude.
Yeah.
The young kid, the boy, he was fucking
He's
off
gonna
the hook.
be like Einstein or something.
Yeah, he ain't fucking
kids.
around.
All those kids.
Yeah.
It made me feel stupid as shit.
I really felt dumb. But at the same time, like, not my area.
Trust me, me too. I was like, I almost didn't put them to speak. Because I was so nervous. Yeah, I was so nervous that I didn't know how they were going to, approach the question.
I get it.
And this was the climax of the movie.
Yeah.
This is the climax. And I was like, oh, this has to work. And when I heard him, I was like, oh, I got it. We got the movie.
Yep.
And it's just, let's shoot.
Yes. Exciting. Yes. And the girl who went up and did the
monologue,
presentation,
the motivational
she
speech. Yeah.
smoked it. She
Killed
smoked it.
It's fantastic. I would have been right with you though. I'd have been scared too because I would have seen them like in my mind. I'd be like, dude, they're gonna be picking their noses and shit, wiping boogers under the desk. You know what I mean?
They're not 10.
Yeah, they're kids.
They're kids though. Don't tell me they won't have a booger wall at their
Our
house.
18-year-old is still.
Sam, I felt very fortunate that happened because that wasn't in my control at all.
Right.
What I did try to do was to tell them, just don't act. Be yourself. Please be yourself all the time.
It's beautiful.
And of all the people in your documentary, I think that you could tell that they maybe were thinking about it more than everyone else because you could tell. I mean, you could see it.
Yeah.
But they did so good for their age, and they're so knowledgeable, and they are the future. So it's really cool that you were able to bring that out.
It's a hell of a point you made there.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
You got lucky, man.
Yeah, you did.
That's badass.
Yeah, I got lucky. I got very lucky. I got lucky to have Ben as the film composer.
Yes, you
That's
did.
extremely lucky.
Yes, you did.
Yes.
So let's go into that real quick because I know that was a huge piece in this, the music.
Yeah.
And I know you guys had an orchestra that was also attached to this project to do it.
Yeah,
so Ben, explain that process to people a little bit, like how you write these cues, man, and then what happens.
So this was the first time, mate, that an orchestra has ever played anything that I've written, and so the normal sketch applied. Like I wrote everything. I sent over these like mocked up sample versions over to Andrew, and sort of got feedback and stuff like that. And then we got the whole film locked musically. And then some stuff was happening in the background. We ended up with the Caribbean Film Orchestra, all volunteering their time. It was between 40 to 50 people on the day that we did it.
Mm-hmm.
In an old, was it a church, Andrew? Like a
yeah.
And this is down in Puerto Rico.
62 people.
Mm-hmm.
62 people. Yeah, they were all Puerto Rican because here in Puerto Rico we actually have like a huge orchestra school. It's a very big, so many people here study musical instruments.
That's so cool.
A lot of violinists.
Very talented.
Yeah.
Very talented.
All right, Ben, continue. So you write this music and you send it over, and then it's locked. You're ready to go.
Yeah. So there was one tricky bit. So when I was writing it, so I'm using Cubase as like the main hub where I'm writing all the music. And to get the mock-up ready for Andrew to listen to, like you have to kind of tweak it in a certain way so it sounds real even though it's not.
Okay.
Like it's recorded samples, but you want to make it sound like it's being played live when the director hears it. But that doesn't work when you go to copy and stick it onto sheet music, like using software.
Okay.
Because how to explain it? Some of the notes, like if you have reverb or something like that, and it kind of drifts into the next bar.
Yeah.
You stick that on sheet music, and as soon as I did it, like it was the first time I've ever had to do sheet music, and put it on there, and like there's just 1,000,001 squiggly lines everywhere. So what we had to do, what I had to do was kind of hard chop absolutely everything. So it's all on the bar, all on the measure of what the BPM was, and then put it all into its parts on the sheet music, and then we had an amazing orchestrator and conductor that joined in as well.
Okay.
That so we had a sort of cute a WhatsApp chat, and we're doing some back and forth and things like that. And then JJ, he went and split the parts down into all of the sort of like first chair violin, first cello, this, that, and the other, and did all of the copyist work, the orchestration, that side. And then got everything ready, and then basically when we did the actual recording, I'm here in Lincolnshire in the UK. Those guys are in a massive church on the island of Puerto Rico, and we're Zoom calling back and forth.
Wow, is that how you did it?
Yeah, we did it over. Was it Zoom or Skype or something?
StreamYard, I guess we use.
Wow.
StreamYard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
And they've got a it was like a Behringer X32 mixing desk, like a sort of what was already there, or someone had it. I don't know because I wasn't there, but so they took the audio out of that into the laptop that we were chatting on. So I had a direct feed of 32 microphones or something crazy. There was a lot of mics.
Yeah,
they're all fed
you
into
actually
the
did the mic setup. You did the mic setup.
Yeah.
Who was directing all of them?
The orchestrator.
There's an orchestrator there directing.
He's there
them
doing
and
his thing, like they do, like John
we
Williams.
Actually had the orchestrator and the conductor.
Yeah,
so
the conductor guy.
They were very professionals. All the musicians were very professional.
Yeah.
Wow.
They're crazy talented.
Yeah.
So Ben, what's that feel like to hear someone else playing music that you wrote? What's that feel like? Before I just say it was incredible, absolutely amazing.
But for me personally, it was horrendously bittersweet because I couldn't be there.
Yeah.
If I could have been there within a heartbeat, I would have been down there with the guys, because what they heard while it was happening was like in the flesh, and I'm hearing it through the internet and this, that, and the other. So I would have given my left arm to have been down there, but it's incredible. Sure. Some of the cues that they recorded were some of the first ones that I wrote at the time. Yeah. At the very start of the production, and so I hadn't really revisited them for like 2 months. Okay. And so hearing them back, I was like, oh shit, I wrote that. That's cool. That sounds amazing.
Yeah. Oh dang, I'm good.
But then the guys, the orchestra and the conductor and all the other guys, they for the premiere, they made a medley. So they took the legacy cue, radio astronomy cue, I believe the intro cue with the called the Fall, Genesis and a few others, and they blended them all together, added a few more parts to it. And so when Andrew know which cinema it was because it's in a few at the moment, but they had a live performance of an orchestra at the foot of the big screen,
that is so
like
cool.
in front of all of the seats.
At a theater that is in a science museum.
That is so cool.
Awesome. That's awesome.
It's unreal. It's unreal.
What an opportunity. That's so awesome.
Dude, I would have ran in the bathroom and started crying. I wouldn't have let anybody know I was crying, but I would have been crying. No, I wouldn't. Yeah. Well, I might have been crying and touching myself at the same time because I'd have been so excited. Either way, though, that would have been the best feeling, man. I bet that was amazing.
Mate, it was the day that we had the because we had a recording session before. In fact, you were on the call with me.
I watched it. Yeah,
I watched some of it too.
I got kicked out because I was in a bad area.
Yeah, you're always in a bad area.
Yeah.
It was like 3 o'clock in the morning UK time for that one. That was the rehearsal. But for the recording itself, I think it was in the morning in Puerto Rico, so it was okay time over here. And I actually had my other half, her family were up.
Okay.
And we hadn't seen them for a few months, and I said, I'm really sorry, guys, but I've got to disappear for the next 6 hours.
Did you share with them any of that?
You guys in a bit.
Yeah,
that was amazing.
I'm like, hey, nice to see you guys, but I'm gonna split real quick because there's fucking 62 people playing my music right now, so you fuck off.
Crazy, man, so good.
It's awesome.
I wanted to say that Ben's music, when they were playing live, it was magical. Like literally, it was a very special moment. Everybody was like crying. Everybody was like so inspired. Even in the recording days, and his contribution is huge for the movie.
Yeah.
Also, the orchestra. He did got a chance to speak with the orchestra.
Cool.
And see because we had the big screen, so we put it on the big screen, so everybody was seeing him. And he actually speak with the orchestra. It was a super special.
I was so nervous for that.
I would have been too.
Yeah, composers, we're like shed dwellers. We don't like the daylight. We stay away from people. So the next thing, so we're chatting away, and as far as I knew, I'm on like Andrew's laptop with someone sort of like talking, being the go-between.
Yeah.
And then the next thing, I can see myself in the camera, like out in the background.
Up on a big screen somewhere.
Big ass wide screens.
Yeah.
And it's just me sat in here, just like vape in hand, chilling out. And then suddenly, there's like 60 people talking to me. I'm like, crap. Hello.
You're like, my bathroom's right across the hall. It's where I take a dump usually.
Like,
so this is not weird at all. It's fine. I totally get it, dude. It's amazing.
That's huge, though. That's super big,
dude. And also the detail, because I didn't know, for example, how powerful was the cello. And when I heard it, I was like, because I was there, I was like, I need more cello on the movie. So I said, Ben, just put cello everywhere. So just put it, and he did.
I get it. I was just talking to Sam last night about the same thing.
Cello's my favorite.
Yeah, there's some music. There's certain instruments that just fucking hit right.
Yeah,
they just
the cello,
make it work. That is the one.
It is the one.
So I don't even know why we worry about everything else. Just fucking do a cello and we're good.
Cello.
It doesn't matter what movie you do. Just do a cello. It's fine. Yeah. Man. So that's a hell of a collaboration you guys were able to pull off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Cool. I mean, if you think about what the film that they did, you guys, I mean, they had people in Puerto Rico putting their heart and soul into this.
Yeah.
You know, you got Andrew busting his ass, running around trying to get us organized. Can't even go to the bathroom without, men in black next to him.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you got Ben in the UK.
It wasn't, it did not pass a day in the entire year I didn't work on the movie.
I believe it, man.
Yeah, I believe it too.
Yeah, it was. I am very like, I need vacations, man.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, your dedication is obvious.
But how much fun was it, Andrew?
Yeah, I'm gonna say this. It was the most. I've been doing film projects like for 12 years now.
Okay.
I haven't felt this way in this special in a project since my first short film.
I got you.
Your project is very special.
It is.
Yeah, it was. And when I felt it, I was like, this project is special.
Yes.
So I knew it from the beginning. So it didn't stop being a challenging project, but it was very special.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And actually, I owe a lot to Ben because there were moments that I had to take huge decisions, and he actually guided me to take the correct ones, and it was very important for those decisions to the movie to be.
Yeah.
So actually, I have to give him a lot of thanks. Yeah.
That worked out quite well for me. Is all I will say on the matter there. But no, I was actually at work when we had a. So I'm doing my day job, career, whatever you want to call it. I mean, you guys know what I do.
Oh
so.
yeah, we know.
And I get this. I'm driving around in a car, and I pull over to be safe, of course. And I get this FaceTime video from Andrew, and it's quite a long conversation that we had. And some things were happening, and we weren't sure what was going to happen. And I just turned around and said to him, "Don't worry, give me 2 weeks. Just block out the next 2 weeks and don't think about it." And at the end of the 2 weeks, you will have your finished film score, basically. So there was a third of the film that was already scored by myself, and then within the 2 weeks, that's where everything else was finished off. And luckily, in a weird way, I think the pressure helped, because the best cues, in my opinion, I know it's biased because I wrote them, but the best cues and the best orchestrated ones, the ones that have made the trailers and the BTS videos and stuff, they were all done within those 2 weeks.
That's a really important point that you made, Ben, about how things can kind of collapse over the top of you when you're doing when you're doing any film, actually, and things happen and you never know what's going to happen. But being there, teaming together with who's there and who's got you and who's left, you know, if it's someone who drops off or if it's an incident that happens, whatever it is, shit happens. Like it always happens.
Yes.
Let me give some context on how huge the decision making is in filmmaking, and I know you guys know.
Yeah.
It started like a small process, but at that time, more than 300 people had worked in the movie. So expectations were very high, and everybody volunteered for the movie. So at that moment, I had to take many decisions that I had to be responsible for my decisions and be responsible for everybody that worked in the movie.
Yeah.
So they are big decisions that can turn bad or good for the entire people that work in the movie.
So there was like a huge asteroid coming and it almost hit you guys, and you deflected that shit.
Yeah,
basically.
That's what you did, and you did it right. And now you got a movie. How about
you
that?
did a great job.
I hit it with the small.
We got a movie. Yeah,
you got a movie, and it's amazing.
It's an amazing film.
You overcame a lot of asteroids coming at you.
A ton of them. They were like fucking Han Solo in fucking Empire Strikes Back, dodging and weaving. They didn't fuck around. You know what I mean?
If you put it that way, they're asteroids. Yeah.
Exactly. You didn't mess around. No one goes in an asteroid field. Andrew and Ben do. You know what I mean?
No, you guys did a great job. You did a great job overcoming the struggles that you had.
That's right.
You did an amazing job, and you have an amazing movie, and it is so good.
Yeah,
I can't say that enough.
Yeah, it couldn't be better.
It for you guys to say that, because you are fellow filmmakers, it means a lot. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, it's true. We're just saying what's true. We watched it. It's incredible.
It is.
You got something special.
What's up with Andrew after you take a break? What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Everybody's asking me this.
I know, bro. Because that's what you gotta know. We gotta know.
I haven't listened to him alone about this.
You know what I mean?
Saying to him, mate, what are we doing next?
Ben's always throwing me that.
Because so much work deserves so much vacation. Come on.
Yeah, but then you gotta make something else. You can't fuck around.
Well, actually, I did choose this career, so I have to keep going. I cannot go back.
That's right.
Yeah, so
you're stuck.
Yeah, this actually opened many possibilities, and it's actually even international. So
yeah,
I just want to see new. I'm thinking about new ideas, new stories. But what I want to keep, if I do a next project, I want to be special, because what I've learned is you work very much better when you work with people that inspire you and you can inspire them.
Correct.
Like this movie showed me that you don't have the entire control of a project, but you can be always, you want to finish that project, even if you don't have the complete control. You need people that inspire you the whole process, because it is a long process. Yeah, but right now I'm just gonna be like, immediately I'm gonna be keep with my clients and doing commercials and stuff with my company. But for long-term projects, I do want to make other. I don't know. Did you guys like that formula of Sam talk about the formula about the documentary being like people talking to each other? I think I loved it.
I loved it. I absolutely loved it. It was different. It was unique. I loved it. It was great because it was so much, I don't know, it was so much more entertaining, I feel like, than just asking the questions and having someone answer. It was really cool. I loved the uniqueness of how you did that. It was awesome.
I will. Yeah.
Oh, I was just going to say, it actually pulled me into the world more, if that makes sense. I felt like I was at Arecibo.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? In moments where I was a fly on the wall, as opposed to the normal interview setup.
Yeah,
kind
and
of thing.
At first, Sam, I was actually very scared about that way of telling the story because I had only seen it in a few documentaries.
Yeah.
So I actually love documentaries. That's my main. I love documentaries. So
Same.
I was actually very scary, but I was filming it. I was saying to myself, "It is working. Just keep going. It is working."
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So now I believe I can perfect it and do a better project with that formula, I guess.
I loved your project. I don't know. I mean, thinking about doing better. I don't know. For me, I loved it.
Yeah.
I think you did a absolutely great job, and it's very unique way to tell the story.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Very cinematic. It's very well done.
Yeah.
Very well done. And you couldn't have hit the points even better. I mean, you got me, like I said, interested in something I didn't know anything about. And that's the beauty of these docs that I'm just learning right now too. You know, doing ours is the same thing. I mean, I don't think about a fucking octopus under a fucking bridge. I mean, why would I think about that? I wouldn't. But now it makes me think. And all the little things that happen and why it's important. And I'm like, oh my God. It's just like your doc. It's like, I had no idea asteroids were always coming at us.
Yeah, and what I appreciate about you filmmakers also doing documentaries is that I wanted to show people that documentaries have the same value of fictional stories.
Absolutely. Yeah,
so I wanted to express it in a way to people to see the documentary as with the same value of a fictional movie.
Yes. Yeah, because they can be entertaining.
Yeah, they can.
Yes.
Yeah. But Andrew, I think you pulled off what my main goal is, and that's making something that's so informative that can be shown in a classroom as well as shown in a movie theater, and it's something for everyone. And I think you totally nailed that. I mean, if I was a teacher, I would absolutely grab that for my class. It's amazing, and it's very informational, yet it's very entertaining. So you did a great job with the way that you planned it all out, the way that you set it all up. I loved it. I thought it was really good.
You.
Yeah.
Super
good
fun.
job.
Super fun.
There's one thing I wanted to touch on because I don't think Andrew's gonna sort of say it but the promo stuff and the traction that this film is getting at the moment from industry scientists and media personalities, and it's crazy, man.
I'm not surprised.
We're seeing all of these videos get reshared by like these prominent scientific figures,
I'm not surprised.
local to Puerto Rico and around the world and stuff, and everyone seems to just be grabbing this film as if it's like a keepsake.
Honestly,
for the observatory.
Yeah,
it's beautiful.
Yeah. What happened was that I wasn't expecting this. What happened, like a secondary effect. What many people were telling me, because of, like Sam said, teachers are showing this to students. Many teachers call me and tell me, you just immortalize this movie, because I am going to show this movie for years to come to all of my students. And I was like, I didn't think about this.
Right.
I didn't think about the power that documentary has. Documentaries can be immortalized. And many space international like magazines like Vice cover it, like space.com cover it. And I knew that this wasn't only a Puerto Rican story, it was a Science International story.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And even as time goes on and things change, your movie will still be important to document this time period and how science is, how especially astronomy is affecting the world and the way things are going. So
many astronomers were
forever.
like, many international astronomers are demanding to see the movie, and I'm like, give me a break.
Can I finish it?
Buy a ticket. You can afford it.
Yeah, the thing is that it's only in Puerto Rico as of today, But next year we are going to make great efforts to make more international releases or platforms or whatever.
Good for you. That was going to be my last question
Yeah.
for you today. Just how can people see this film? Because I think it will
It's
resonate.
important for everyone. We didn't know any of that was going on in Puerto Rico. We had no idea.
Nope.
So
Or in
that was-
space.
I
yeah.
think
Fuck
Or-
space.
or in
you guys
space.
are
Yeah,
the-
fuck space,
I-
dude. Nope.
Yeah, I think you guys
Scares
are
me.
the only international like filmmakers or I don't know like influencers or stuff that have seen the movie outside of Puerto Rico. Besides Ben, nobody has seen the movie.
Okay.
Wow,
So,
I want to do
our-
solicitor face. This is the first time
Yeah.
I feel cool in my
Yeah.
life.
If you guys don't know what solicitor face, it's this.
So next year in 2022, we are going to make very huge efforts to release it. I guess it will be in theaters in Florida, New York, California, places like that because they have like huge Latino communities.
Mm-hmm.
But we are going to look for like space and science communities and also platforms.
Yes.
So we're aiming for platforms, digital platforms.
There you go.
Allow me to please suggest the Pacific Science Center, which is the largest scientific platform for theater in Washington State.
Yeah, that's a big one. It's a
Yeah,
big one
please.
too. We got to get
I-
we got to get your movie out there.
Yeah, we do because
Yeah.
it's
Please,
important.
please.
It's important for everyone to learn. You
Yeah.
learn so much from watching that.
It's a fucking great
amazing.
movie.
And
Good
I'll
job,
go
man.
watch it in IMAX.
And I'm getting a boner now for documentaries. That's what's weird. That's what's
Chuck,
weird.
The movie in theaters, because the sound guys did a so great job. It is 5.1 surround sound,
Mm-hmm.
and it's an 2K HD movie. So yeah, it can be seen in the theater experience. Yeah.
There you
Needs to
go.
be.
It's
Yep,
beautiful.
and it should be.
Well, great job, you guys. I don't even know what to tell you. I mean, that was a fantastic film. And
It's an honor to
it's,
get to
it's
talk to you.
inspiring to see an indie filmmaker put together such a cinematic story on the level you had to do it on. And then finding out now that in 12 days you had to shoot this shit under the conditions you had. It's fascinating. It's fantastic. And then they get a live orchestra and then have the complications that had happened with the score. And then you got superhero Ben coming in to save the fucking day. I mean, it was
Superhero
meant
Ben.
it was meant to fucking happen. And you know, congratulations, you guys.
Yeah.
It's fucking
Thank you.
fantastic.
Well done.
Super proud to know both of you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I only wish you also the best. I cannot wait for you guys' movie. I really respect and admire all of you filmmakers' job, especially documentarists. I think you're doing also an historic and amazing journey and history that must be shown in the big screen also.
You see, this is
you.
what Andrew's
Thank
too
you.
nice.
He
He's
gets
fucking
it.
nice
He gets
guy.
Oh, come on.
Dude,
You
you're
are
a nice
super
guy.
nice.
Yeah,
You're
you never
fucking
hear
nice.
Aaron saying that on
No,
about
Aaron, no.
anybody.
And
Ever.
Hess is his name.
Even
you know?
us. And we're his family.
Yeah, I mean, he gives me goosebumps. That's fucking cool.
No, that was no.
Thanks,
well,
bro.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, man. No, that's so
Oh my God.
nice. That's fucking cool.
That is nice.
Dude, I'm serious. I want to make this doc. We gotta finish our documentary, bro. We gotta get it out there.
But
Yeah,
you know,
fuck
when
around.
we do, we would love to be
And we
able
can
to share it
we
with
have
you.
to put it in Puerto Rico. You know, I do have many connections in the whole Caribbean with the film festivals, so we
Oh,
do have
nice.
to get that documentary here.
Sam, then you got to put me in the doc, Sam, because I'm brown.
No, you're not in the doc.
No,
right?
they'll like me because I'm brown. They'll like me.
No, you're not in there.
Yeah,
He's
they'll
not
like
in
me.
there.
No,
You're not
But-
especially the Puerto Rican women.
You're
they'll love
not the
me.
right brown.
I'm
No,
the
you're
right
not.
brown. I'm the right brown. All right.
We do want you to watch it though. When it's done, we want your opinion, just like you had ours on yours.
Yeah,
And
Yeah.
we would
please,
love
please.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you
Love
don't have
that.
to be nice. If you like, dude, your doc sucks.
No, you
I'll be
can
like,
be
all right,
like,
we're
"Oh,
trying.
come
What's up?
on,
It's
come
fine.
on.
It's totally fine.
terrible.
We're trying hard. It's fine. It's fine.
But we're gonna send it to you.
Yeah,
we
absolutely.
want your opinion.
Absolutely, brother.
Thank you. It'll be awesome. I cannot wait.
Thank you, buddy. All right, Andrew, Ben, thank you for joining Around the Reel. Chuck, would you like to close out the show, my friend?
If I can do it without going into coughing, because the last 4 times I tried to talk, I had to turn my head and blow. It's
I think you
Try
can.
not
Are
to
you
die.
okay, Chuck? Are you
I know,
okay?
right?
I'm worrying about you.
I, thank you. I appreciate your concern.
I've been worrying about him for 30 years.
But no, Andrew, Ben, thank you for joining us today on Around the Reel. Thank you for talking to us about your documentary, your journey of making it, and everything that went into it. Thank you for sharing all the stories and everything that goes around it. And yeah, if this is only in Puerto Rico now, so in going into next year, which by the way is only a few weeks away,
Yeah, we're close.
getting it out worldwide is going to be amazing. Even if you can't hit all the theaters, but getting it out to streaming platforms and letting everybody experience what it's like to go out into space and all the dangers that are out there.
Yeah,
to
the
make
fucking
Aaron,
what are the
calm down.
They're like the two
binary
fucking asteroids. It looked like the Thing. You know, the monster that the face was all weird. I don't like those binary fucking asteroids. They can kiss my ass. I don't like.
This is why my intros
don't
go
like
too
it.
long.
I'm sorry, Chuck. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, anyway, no, gentlemen. Thank you for joining us today on Around the Reel. Why are you throwing your hands up?
I don't know. I'm done.
I don't know either. All I know is I'm trying to get this out, and I'm running out of things to say, and I'm going to start coughing. So, everybody out there, think hard because you're thinking anyway.
See you guys later.
I got something to say.
Oh, you got something to say, Sam?
Yeah. Watch Andrew's movie because it's amazing and it's got hot chicks and smart people and great music. So watch it. It's good.
There you go.
Thank you.
We
That's
appreciate
actually
you.
the best review I got. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's
We'll have to
beautiful.
quote that one, mate.
Yeah, that's the coolest review I've heard. Thank you.
Awesome. You're so welcome.
You can throw that on the poster, bro.
Yeah. That's the one-liner now.
That's the one-liner. All right, everybody. We'll see you guys later.
Bye.
I was made for loving you, baby. You were made.
Are you freaking kidding me? Not
Dude,
again.
change the station.
What is Kiss?
Please.
It's Kiss
No,
song.
but we don't know.
It's not Kiss. It's Aaron.
Can you
Yeah.
give it
Stop.
all to
Who
me
sings that again?
tonight?
Kiss?
Yeah.
Let's leave it that way.
Oh, sorry. Wow.
Thanks.
Well, I thought this was a show about being creative. I was just being creative on the
That's
mic.
not being
Yeah,
creative.
that's
That's just
no being annoying.
Well, maybe I'm trying too hard. Maybe it's a lot
yes.
simpler.
Aaron, remember, as all good broadcast people know, less is more.
So for radio, if I don't say anything, wouldn't that be kind of a buzzkill?
It would be a
Nope,
great
that
freaking
would-
show.
That would give the rest of us a chance to say something.
Oh my God.
Yeah, then we'd hear something other than you.
Well, I thought around the reel we were going to just have a good time and talk to people.
We do, but it's not about you, as we have talked about in the past. It's about our wonderful guests, and our wonderful guests can tune in and become a member of our show. How, Sam?
Well, if you want to be a guest on our show, you can go to our website, cccentertainmentgroup.com, and click on the link for guest scheduling for Around the Reel and come be our guest.
Yeah, and then I don't get to talk about myself anymore.
You talk
Our
about yourself anyway.
Guest.
True.
Oh, guest.
Oh, now Chuck's singing. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Because he was made for loving me, baby. Wait,
What?
that's not all.
Why is
Is
that
it?
you?
Yeah, that's weird.
No.
I sang that wrong.
Yeah,
Oops. Sorry.
he was made for loving you, Aaron.
Just remember to keep tuning
And I
in.
wasn't.
Because next week, who knows what's going to happen.
You never know.